Elizabeth looked up. Terry came in and whispered, "There's a lady in the office who looks like she stepped right off the cover of Vogue. She wants to come look at our school. Her shoes must cost $600. Do you want me to help?" "Thanks, Terry. I got this one." Elizabeth got up to greet Sally. "Good morning. It's such a pleasure to really meet you. Would you like any coffee?" "No, thanks. Let's just start the tour. I have to pick up Ed from the airport at noon." "All right. Come on out to the hall. Right now, our school is split between two buildings. This building houses two classrooms of 3rd through 8th grade and one 2nd grade class. Down in the parish center, we have preschool through 1st grade and the other 2nd grade class. We are embarking on a building project to move the 1st and 2nd graders up here and add an extra classroom for each of the grades." "So your school has enough students to expand? I thought all Catholic schools were shrinking." "We offer quite a unique program. St. Tim's emphasizes service-based learning for all ages, and we have some wonderful resources. After about 3 years, we began to attract students from other parishes. Now, some even come in from Ohio and Indiana." Elizabeth gestured Sally to the right. "The extra resources actually are in the forefront of our school. Here is the media center, reset room, and the resource room." Hold on. Reset room? I know, it's different. Our philosophy is that the child's mind is open and ready to learn. When something gets in the way, we teach our students how to reset their minds back to that learning state. Let's see if anyone is in there. They walked the few steps to look in the door. In the room was a young boy bouncing a ball. He looked up at the movement and the ball bounced off. The teacher, who was sitting on the floor, waved them in. "This is Miss Verity. She is here 3 days a week. Joy, could you explain what you are doing?" "I would love to. You came at the perfect time. Tyler here has been in the program almost as long as I have." Joy smiled up at the women. "I'm sure you've heard of Luminosity, the brain training website. That's a great beginning, but it leaves out a crucial component: movement. Tyler, can you show Miss Elizabeth and her guest what your brain looks like?" Tyler held up his hands, made them into fists with thumbs stuck out, heels of his hands and knuckles touching. Joy touched his fists. "This is your brain. It only weighs 3 pounds. The fists are the hemispheres, and his thumbs are your brainstem. Tyler, how do the two halves of your brain talk to one another?" "By walking across the bridge." "And that is where the reset room comes in. Tyler, can you do a simple drop-catch-switch while I explain? Then I'll join you." The 3rd grader dropped the ball to the floor, caught it with the other hand, then passed it back to his first hand. "To get information to walk across the bridge, we use our bodies. We do actions that cross the midline of the body. This strengthens the corpus callosum, which is the scientific name for the bridge. Now watch what Tyler is doing." When she said his name, he looked up and lost his rhythm. He ran off to get the ball. "Actually, that was a great demonstration of what we are doing. Tyler, this time I'm going to start and you match me." Joy began to drop, catch, switch the ball. "You see, I am keeping a steady rhythm with my eyes always on the ball, passing the ball across the midline. Now, Tyler, join me." He began to drop, catch, switch, matching rhythms with Joy. Notice what Tyler is doing. His eyes are always on the ball. For him to match rhythms with me, he needs to listen and match the sounds. Ball of physics is ball, auditory, vision, exercise. The student must have complete focus to stay in sync. Tyler, hold the ball. At the end, both teacher and student were holding the ball with both hands. It was pretty magical. "Tyler, you did a great job. Thank you. Go on back to class. Make sure you put the ball away properly." When Tyler left the room, Joy turned to her visitors. "Did that make sense? Do you have any questions?" "No, that was quite clear. Thanks," Sally said. Elizabeth shepherded her out of the room, back down the hall to the kitchens. Our other big selling point is our lunch program. We have a large garden that was started in honor of a former pastor. The parishioners take care of it over the summer. Then the students help during the school year. At least once a week, our school is local, from the garden, either fresh or frozen, and meat from our local farms. During harvest week, lunches are fairly bare bones, so the kitchen staff can preserve the produce. The students feel the rhythm of the seasons. Our priest heard Jamie Oliver's TED Talk on school lunches. It's one of the things he was absolutely insistent about. These are the ladies that make the magic happen. Any questions? Yes, how do you fund this program? Cooking from scratch must be more expensive. It was a learning process. The good thing was the garden was already here, and is worked by parishioners for free. Developing recipes to meet state guidelines took more time. We also offer tuition reduction to families who volunteer to help in the kitchen. One mother, Bernadette Chambers, actually comes in to make rolls once a month. Usually one of the classes comes in to help. Our students know that bread doesn't have to come wrapped in plastic and pre-sliced. Let me take you to the other classrooms, and we can talk in my office later. Sally looked at her watch. Actually, I need to leave now, in case Ed's flight arrives early. I like what I've seen. I will email you my thoughts on how we might partner. Thank you for the tour. She strode off, heels clicking rapidly on the floor. Elizabeth remembered when she had that kind of energy. The drive was still there, but some days. This could be a great thing for the school. Elizabeth said a quick prayer and got back to work.